Petroleum is a natural liquid oil normally found in deposits under the surface of the earth. It is a type of oil composed by rock minerals, which make it different from other kinds of oils that come from plants and animals such as vegetable oil, essential oils, or animal fat. Petroleum, being one of the three main fossil fuels, primarily consists of a complex mixture of molecules called hydrocarbons, which are molecules with hydrogen and carbon. Before refination, it is known as crude oil and it may have various gases, solids, and trace minerals mixed with it. After the process of refination, petroleum is used in various products including transportation fuels, fuel oil for heating and electricity generation, road oil and asphalt, and the feedstocks used to make plastics, chemical and synthetic materials found in the mostly everything we use in our daily routine. Nowadays, the top 5 oil producing countries are Russia, Saudi Arabia, USA, Iran, and China, each of these producing 9.5, 8.3, 5.4, 4, and 3.5 million barrels per day, respectively. It is very important that every nation that produces oil adopts measures of protection of their ecological human environment from the pollution that their oil industries cause. These measures should be using the most effective and current technologies on erosion control and to decrease the contamination of our ecosystem. The modern petroleum industry began in Pennsylvania in 1859 when Edwin L. Drake constructed the first oil well, a facility for extracting petroleum from natural deposits. He drilled using piping to prevent borehole collapse and allowing the drill to penetrate deep into the ground. Since then, petroleum has become a valuable commodity in industrialized parts of the world. Therefore, this resource has become one of the most common sources of the environmental degradation in the industrialization of the worldwide. The hydrocarbon molecules that make up crude oil and petroleum products are highly toxic. Petroleum also contains significant amounts of nitrogen and sulfur compounds, which are dangerous and can react with the environment producing toxic chemicals. The dominance of petroleum products in the world economy creates the conditions for distributing vast amounts of these toxins into populated areas and ecosystems around the world. One of the most visible sources of petroleum contamination are the catastrophic oil tanker spills, such as the Exxon Valdez spill in 1989 in Prince William Sound, Alaska. This disaster appeared in news headlines and provides disheartening pictures of oil-coated shorelines and dead or oiled birds and sea animals. These types of disasters occur when crude oil travels for long distances by either ocean, tanker, or land pipeline. Oil may also spill at the site where it is extracted, as in the case of blowout, which is when the gas trapped inside of the deposit in such a height.
Accidents with pipelines, tankers, and oil wells release considerable quantities of petroleum into land and marine ecosystems in a concentrated form. A large oil spill in the open ocean may do less harm to the animals than a small spill near the shore. The Exxon Valdez disaster created a huge ecological disaster not because of the volume of oil spilled, but because of the amount of shoreline affected, the abundance of organisms in the area, and the physical characteristics of the area, which helped to amplify the damage in the city. The Exxon Valdez spill had the most extensive and costly cleanup effort ever attempted, and had more impact in media and society than any other spill in the world. The number of tanker accidents worldwide had decreased radically since the time of the Valdez spill due to better regulations in the oil area. Released from land sources go immediately to the ocean. Pipeline and oil well accidents, leaking underground storage tanks can all permanently contaminate large areas of soil, making them economically useless as well as dangerous to the health of organisms all around the world. When oil touches feather of the birds, This can die of hypothermia. This can also occur when the sea otters come oiled. After several days, this oil comes very hard, similar to an asphalt road surface. Ultimately, the effects of an oil depend on where it's spilled, where it goes, and what animals or people get affected. Petroleum-fueled vehicles, engines, and industrial processes directly produce the vast majority of carbon dioxide, which is one of the main criteria pollutants for determining air quality in the atmosphere. They are also the principal source of gaseous hydrocarbons, which petroleum fuel transportation and coal burning power plants are considered the main causes of global warming. Excess amounts of carbon dioxide, methane, and NO, among other gases, block heat in the atmosphere and create global contamination. Dioxide is a main constituent of petroleum fuel exhaust. Even though it is not toxic, it is classified as a pollutant. About one-third of the carbon dioxide emitted into the atmosphere comes from vehicles' exhaust. Methane is also emitted whenever crude oil is extracted. The world's dependence on petroleum is expected to grow, as well as widespread environmental, economic, and political consequences. Nevertheless, there are many forceful reasons to decrease society's dependence on the petroleum for energy, and the most obvious place to begin is the transportation. A new and common way is by the electric cars that can help to reduce some of the need for oil. A variety of substitutes fuel have also been developed, such as ethanol, biodiesel, which is made from vegetable oil and hydrogen. These substitutes can help